Hello everyone, Mark here with Mark's Max Muscle, and it is once again time to add to the NABA Pro Champions of the 80s tournament. Wow, what a little spiel there. Almost lasted 14 seconds. Anyway, Edward Kawak versus John Brown. This is just an amazing little comparison here. I mean, where else are you going to see these two go at it? Besides the many events that they did compete together. Yes, these two competed together quite often. I'm beating around the bush here because it is an impossible one to judge. Some people would see it. Edward Kawak, no doubt. Look at the muscles on him. He is a machine, from the calves to the abs to the chest. And look at those quads. But to a more artistic person, John Brown takes this one with ease. Look at that tiny waist. What a flow, what a flow. For me, it is almost impossible. It is much of a coin toss. I do like Edward Kawak's physiques. It just seems to be more perfect, if you know what I mean. It's just, I don't know, it's more of a bodybuilder's physique. I'm going to go with Edward Kawak. I feel that I have to at least add a point to every pose here. So 1-0. Now, here in the front double bicep, and it is plain to see that, yes, Edward Kawak is more of a bodybuilder than John Brown. John Brown has that tiny wee waist and those massive big pecs. And a decent-sized legs, I mean, compared to the waist. That's the thing. Legs are big. It's relevant to the size of your waist and everything else. Of course, his upper body may have made his legs a little undersized. Edward Kawak, look at that perfect physique. What an underrated man this is. Yes. 2-0. So let's carry on. And carry on we shall with this. The front lat spread. Now, John Brown is getting the shaft here. This is unfortunate. And I believe in every other tournament that I had him in, he also got the shaft. It's a shame there's not much footage of his mandatory poses, and I had to use this sad excuse for a front lat spread. And he is not even hitting the pose. I cannot find any pictures of him hitting this pose at all. Very vexing indeed. With that tiny wee waist, I can assume that it would be decent. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you've never even heard of Edward Kawak, look this man up. Amazing record. He won his NABA Pro title. You name it. He won it all through the 80s. He won it 4 times in that decade. Unreal. Now, John Brown, he never actually won it, and I slipped him in this tournament because of Edward Kawak hogged all the years of the 80s. So, John Brown, but he did win the NABA Universe. Just the Universe, not the NABA Pro. He won the Universe 2 times, in 81 and 82, I believe. Don't quote me, I'm 99% sure. Well, no, 92% sure. He won it in 81 and 82. Edward Kawak also won it in the 90s. 5-time NABA Pro Universe Champion. I'm beating around the bush. Edward Kawak gets another easy point here. All right, next pose is this side chest pose. And I can't believe it. John Brown should get an easy point here with that big, massive set of pecs that he has. One of the best sets of pecs that I've ever seen in certain poses. But I'm afraid to say everything else is going in the favor of Edward Kawak. He just looks like a machine compared to John Brown. Look at the quad separation, hamstring, just muscle separation. That's the name I should be saying in this competition. More than anything else, Edward Kawak just has that in spades when compared to John Brown. Very aesthetic is John Brown in certain poses, but man, Edward Kawak has his number. Now, it was close in the side chest, to be honest with you, because of John Brown's big, thick chest. And I did go with Kawak, and it is close here in the side tricep, so I'm going to go with John Brown. I got to keep things fair, keep things even. I mean, Kawak could easily get this one. And depending on your flavor, John Brown could have fetched a victory in the side chest pose. His chest is actually being displayed better here in the side tricep, is John Brown's. But other than that, the aesthetic flow in this pose from John Brown is amazing. Aesthetically speaking, Kawak looks fantastic as well. And I'm not ignoring those calves. He could easily get the victory based on that alone. But like I said, I got to keep things fair. It was close in the front, relaxed as well. And I went with Kawak, so got to keep it fair. John Brown gets his first point, and here is point number 2 for our friend John Brown. What a back development. Now, yes, those arms in comparison to Edward Kawak's look slightly, well, gangly. I hate to say it. No disrespect meant to you, John. My arms are twice as gangly. But, I mean, Kawak's biceps and triceps are thick, full, powerful. But as far as the back development, look at those lower lat inserts from John Brown. Just incredible in combination with that Christmas tree. Now, Kawak, he is tilted to the side here. But this is the next best one, and it is a screenshot. Terrible, terrible. So either way, John Brown fetches himself a second point. And it looks like it is the shaft time once again for John Brown. This was the only most muscular pose I could find. With those pecs, he should be able to pull off an easy victory against Kawak. But then again, Kawak is a machine. And this crab, most muscular, just looks flawless. Look how thick and powerful. Much like a bulldog. Now, he does have a large head. That kind of offsets that massive body. But I think his big head goes with his physique. I like his big head. Anyway, I should probably re-record that. I like his big head. That's terrible. Either way, I'm going to keep it. Edward Kawak fetches a very crucial point. There's only one pose left. And it is, of course, this ab and thigh shot. Much of this entire matchup has been the same story. It's aesthetics versus just downright machinery and muscle. Edward Kawak has the muscle. Yes, he has some defined abs. And his thighs are a dream come true when it comes to bodybuilding. Look at that feathering and the mass. Look at the size of those babies. But you can look at it aesthetically. And if you look at these men like they are a piece of artwork, then John Brown takes this one easily. Look at that aesthetic flow. Not nearly as conditioned as Kawak, but the shape. Look at the small waist. And as you may know, I place a great deal of emphasis on the aesthetics as far as this ab and thigh shot go. So John Brown gets a point, but it is far too late to come out of the deficit that he is in. And there you have it. I must admit, I am quite surprised. I thought John Brown would have either won this one or did very well, but Edward Kawak advances fairly easily. And that's going to make one heck of a matchup. Robbie Robinson versus Edward Kawak. But first, Charles Clermont versus Brian Buchanan. I get excited about matches like this. But of course, I'm sure all of our excitement is reserved for this weekend. The Olympia, the Mr. Olympia. It's moments like these that make life worth living. The Mr. Olympia 2019. I gave my prediction list, and I forgot. Well, I didn't forget. I just wasn't aware. Hadi Choopan is in the Olympia. Now, I'm not even 100% sure that he is in the open class. If you ask me, I think he's going to diet down, and if he can make the 212, he probably would do it, just for the title. But of course, if he's bulked up too much, then why even risk it? Go for the gold, go for the gusto. Probably make more money anyway. But either way, I'm going to put him in the 6th position. And without Nathan Diasha, that keeps everybody that I had, Max Charles, or was it Max Charles, or no, it was, Who was it? It was Akeem Williams, perhaps. Is still in 10th. Still in 10th. And every other guy just gets bumped ahead after Hadi Choopan. He takes 6th. But anyway, I received some negative reviews on my prediction for Bonac to win the title. You guys just wait. You wait. Bonac, 2019, Mr. Olympia winner. Click the dislike button if you disagree with that comment. Actually, don't. Hit the like button and hit that subscribe button as well. I'm almost at 1,000 subs. I can't wait for the finals of all the Gladiator round tournaments. They're going to be awesome. But go ahead and hit that button, please. Please increase my sub number by 1. Have a great day.